Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden stories in company filings. Today we're diving into SLM Corporation's latest report, and let me tell you, there is a little surprise waiting for us buried in the details about how they're talking to investors. You know how sometimes companies give big presentations? Well, SLM Corporation did just that, and they're telling us about it in this filing, but it is not about a massive financial windfall or a sudden crisis. It is more about the way they're communicating, which can often tell us a lot about what is going on behind the scenes. SLM Corporation. What is SLM Corporation? They are more commonly known as Sallie Mae, a big name in student loans. Think of them as a major player helping students and their families finance higher education. Scroll date of report, date of earliest event reported, the 8th of December, 2025. This report is dated the 8th of December, 2025. And it is mainly about how the company is sharing information with its investors. It is a bit of a housekeeping filing, really, more about process than bombshell news. Now, let's talk about what is registered with the stock exchange. They have common stock, which is what most people think of when they hear stock. This is the regular ownership in the company. They also have this thing called preferred stock. Think of preferred stock like a special kind of share that usually pays a fixed dividend and has a higher claim on assets than common stock if the company goes under. But it also typically doesn't have the same voting rights as common stock. This specific one is like a variable interest rate loan to the company, and it is non-cumulative. Meaning if they miss a dividend payment, they don't have to make it up later. Scrollatum 7.01 Regulation FD Disclosure. This part of the filing is super important for how companies talk to everyone. It is about Regulation FD, which basically means companies have to share important information with all investors at the same time, not just a select few. This filing is telling us that on the 8th of December 2025, Sallie Mae put up a presentation called Sallie Mae Investor Forum 2025 on their website. So instead of just keeping this information internal or sharing it with a select group of analysts, they made it public. This presentation is being attached to this filing, which is good for transparency. It is like them saying, hey, we're talking about our business, and here is what we're saying to everyone. Essentially, this is the company being upfront about providing investor information through a public forum. Now, here is a crucial bit of legalese. They are furnishing this information, not filing it in a way that makes them fully responsible if something in the presentation turns out to be wrong down the line under certain laws. It's a subtle but important distinction. It means this presentation is for your information, but it doesn't carry the same legal weight as officially filed financial statements. Scrollatum 9.01 Financial Statements and Exhibits. This section tells us what documents are included with this report. Exhibit number 99.1 The key document here is Exhibit 99.1. This is the actual Sallie Mae Investor Forum 2025 presentation. Sallie Mae Investor Forum 20025 SIS. This is the title of the presentation they made available. It's where they likely discussed their performance, strategy, and outlook. Since we're not given the actual presentation content here, we can only infer what might be in it based on the fact that they're filing it on an 8K scroll 104 cover page interactive data file, formatted as inline XBRL scroll. And then there is this exhibit, the cover page interactive data file. This is basically a standardized digital format for SEC filings that makes it easier for computers to read and analyze the information. It is like a machine-readable version of the report's cover. B. Sue M. Graham finally, we have the sign-off. This is a signature from Peter M. Graham, who is the Executive Vice President, Chief Financial Officer and Treasurer of SLM Corporation. This confirms that the report is authorized and filed on behalf of the company. So, what is the story here? SLM Corporation, or Sallie Mae, is using these filings to show they are being transparent with their investors. They held an investor forum, presented key information, and they're formally noting it in their SEC filings. This isn't a flashy earnings report with dramatic ups and downs, but rather a signal of their commitment to open communication. It tells us they're actively engaging with their investor base and want to ensure everyone has access to the same information. The main takeaway is that while there are no earth-shattering financial revelations in this specific document, the act of filing this information publicly shows a responsible approach to investor relations. It suggests that when they have something to say, they want everyone to hear it at the same time. This approach can build trust and confidence among shareholders. Looking ahead, we'd want to see their actual investor forum presentation to understand the specific financial and strategic details they shared. But for now, it's a thumbs up on transparency. Alright, that is our breakdown of this SLM Corporation filing. What is your take on how companies share information with investors? Do you think this kind of direct communication is important? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.